So we met in New York City. Right after I graduated from college, I went to New York City to do a magazine internship. I was in journalism at the time. As you can see, I love my internships. I think they're great. But anyway, I was in New York for an internship. I was only supposed to be there for 10 weeks, and I was staying with a friend of the family, and she was really good friends with my husband's brother. They all went to high school together. So it was a Saturday night, and they were all going out together, and I was going out with some friends of mine. And he and his brother came by to say hello, and I remember I looked a hot, a hot mess. And we were introduced, and I thought he was really cute, and apparently he thought I was cute too. So they leave, and I told my roommate, like, your brother's or your friend's brother is really cute. So she gets on the phone and calls him. So we ended up chatting for a few more minutes on the phone, and we all went out, and then they came back to the apartment later on that night. So he and I just got to talking about everything, and we watched Love Jones and fell asleep watching the movie, and that was the night that we met. We were both 21 when we met. We have been together over 4 years now. He is originally from New York City. He's from Harlem, and I'm from Northeast Ohio. I was supportive of his joining the military, which is a surprise because, as I said in my very first video, I was always the girl who never wanted to date anyone in the military. I didn't want to date a cop, a firefighter, like none of those occupations where I knew I was always going to be on edge about how he was doing. But we were just at a point, we came to a point in our lives where we just realized that it would be the best thing. Thus far, it has been the best thing for us. So I was supportive of it from day one. He went to basic training at Fort Benning in Georgia. Yes, he is deployed right now, and this is his first deployment. I unfortunately have not been able to attend one of his promotion ceremonies as of yet, but I hope to definitely attend one in the future. I have been a military wife for just over 2 months now. I married him after he joined. How it happened is, before he went to basic training, we came to Ohio with his mother. So we got the blessing from his mom and my stepdad. However, at that time, he had never met my biological father. So fast forward to his graduation from basic training. I went down with his family to his graduation. On our way back, I got word that my biological father was really ill, and he had just had a major surgery. So we were supposed to go to North Carolina for Christmas to be with my husband's family. However, when I got that news, I said, I am going to visit my father. And that was their first time meeting. And he asked my father for his blessing, and he gave his blessing. And so later on that night was when my husband proposed. I always teased him that if you don't ever actually propose to me, like, we're not getting married. I don't care what you think. If September 3rd comes and you haven't proposed, we're not getting married. Like, you also have to get the blessing from my father. So it just really came together in a way that made it all very special. We got married in my hometown in Ohio at a museum downtown. When we got married, well, it hasn't been that long ago, but I'm right now 26 and he's 25. Yes, he wore his uniform on our wedding day, and it was perfect. He looked so nice, and he almost didn't get to wear the uniform because when I went to get him, he forgot it, and he didn't remember until we were an hour away. And he remembered, I forgot my uniform. His battle buddy was nice enough to go get his uniform and pay like $90 to send it. And it was like last minute. Like, he called him on a Wednesday, and my husband got his uniform on Friday, the day before our wedding. So for him to do that at the very last minute and pay all that money to make sure that he had his uniform, I thought was just like the nicest thing. And so he wore it, and it was really, really special. He is currently deployed, and I'm actually in Ohio right now, but when he gets back to the States, we are stationed at Fort Drum in New York. No, we don't have anywhere to live right now, but when we do find a place to live, we do not plan to live on base. We were married for just over a month when he deployed, so this is our first separation after getting married. We've pretty much been separated the whole past year, but this is our official first separation after being married. He's at Fort Drum now, but his brother is stationed at Fort Bragg, and we really like Fort Bragg. They have family, they have a ton of family in Wilmington, which is about an hour away, and I love it down there. It is so pretty and relaxing, and I love it in Wilmington, North Carolina. And Fort Bragg didn't seem too bad either, so it would be cool to get stationed there and be really close to family and the beach, and just I would love to be stationed someplace like that. Duh. I don't know if advanced is the word that I would use. I kind of agree with what Sophia Alejandra 9 said, that it is a little bit more complex. From one year to the next, it's kind of hard to really tell what you're gonna like, what your life is gonna be like. Well, in our situation, it has caused us to put things on hold that I would love to be able to just go ahead and do. Like, I would love to go. I had plans to go back to school and get my master's degree, and I really don't want to do the program online. I would love to go to school in person, but once my husband decided to join the military, that really just changed everything. And so now I've had to put going back to school on hold. But I do have an internship in the field, and I love it. So everything is working out, but it is difficult to adjust to how you have to drop everything at the drop of a dime and be okay with it. So it is more complex. The healthcare benefits are, you don't find that anywhere else. I don't care what anyone says. Like, you do not get that anywhere else. Just the fact that I don't have to really pay co-pays anymore for most of my doctor visits, I think is excellent. So I'm definitely grateful for like the health benefits, and I haven't been getting benefits long enough to say how I feel about everything else, but thus far I'm pleased with it, and I'm very grateful for the benefits that we get as a military family. I don't have a lot of military wife friends. I definitely have the spouses on YouTube that I'm able to communicate with, but in real life I don't have that many military wife friends as of yet, and I'm okay with that. I am very selective about who I'm friends with, and just the short time that I was up at Fort Drum with my husband, I already saw a lot of drama and stuff going on, and I am not with that. And that's just something that I feel about befriending a lot of females in general. You got to be careful. And I didn't really like all the things that I saw with the military wives up at Fort Drum, but the friends that I did make are awesome ladies. So I don't have a ton of friends right now, but I'm okay with that. Quite honestly, I'd rather have a few really good friends instead of a ton of crappy ones. The hardest part is being separated from my husband, by far. That is the hardest thing. I don't own any military wife stuff as of now, and it's funny because we were staying with a military family while we were at Fort Drum, and that wife is all about her military paraphernalia. It's so cute. Like, she has all kinds of stuff. So there are definitely some things that I would like to get, but as of right now I don't have anything except for my husband gave me a fleece like pullover of his that he had. It was just something extra, and he was like, here. I was like, all right, whatever. But that's really the only thing that I own. Of course, yes, I definitely support my spouse as a military member, and we honestly wouldn't be married if I didn't. So I support him 100%. This is something that he did not only for himself, but he made it very clear that he did it for our relationship as well. And, I love him so much for that. I could never thank him enough for that. And it is a privilege. To me, I feel that it's a privilege to support him for making the sacrifices that he makes. So I support him with all that I have to give. It's not always easy, but I love him to death, and I couldn't imagine it any other way. So thank you for checking out this tag video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are a military spouse, fiance, girlfriend, whatever it is, definitely check this tag out and or participate if you're interested. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.